Getting what you want in life isn't magic, it is mechanics. And today I'm going to help you understand the energetics of the universe that we live in so that you can get anything you want. We're talking money, relationships, success, business, and experience. Whatever it is, it all comes down to one. Think of it like a formula. So I will walk you through those steps. But here's where I want to start. Let's bring in a quote from Einstein. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. So here's where we have to start. We live in an energetic universe. Everything is vibrating. This is what law of vibration teaches us. Everything is moving. Even though things look solid, they're not. Energy doesn't die, it only transforms from one state to another. Now let's bring in the two pieces here when it comes to, quote, manifesting, which is really just bringing energy, vibration into tangible form, matter. You, me, we are energetic beings, and based on your thoughts and your emotions, which create your state. Your state is in every moment broadcasting a frequency. And think of yourself like a magnet. Based on what you are emitting, what you are in resonance with, you can only draw back and experience more of that. Here's what trips most people up. Most people are stuck focusing and thinking about what they don't want, living in fear, stress, worry, lack, and limitation. So look at that. Look at the energetics of that. If you are focused on what you don't want, you're thinking and feeling stress, you are emitting stress and lack frequency vibration, meaning you can only get more of it. Your world, your current circumstances, your current results in life are only a reflection of your state of being. Once you get this, and remember, this is not magic, it's mechanics. Once you understand the mechanics of reality creation, you can take your power back and start creating and getting the results you actually want in your life. So that's where we have to start. Let's start there. Based on your state, who you are being, you emit based on two parts, your thoughts and your emotions. But here's how I want you to think of it. Your thoughts are the intention, money, an opportunity, a lover, or an experience. Your thoughts are the electrical signal, okay? So your thoughts are putting the intention out. And your thoughts, your conscious mind, is only 5% of the picture. So that's one part, but it's only 5%. Your emotions then, your subconscious mind, are the magnetic force drawing experiences back to you. But this is the 95%. So here's what happens with most people. When you are not in resonance, when you are not coherent, meaning if your thoughts and emotions aren't in alignment, you're creating one thing. And that one thing is resistance. So if you're creating resistance, which is just a misalignment, for example, money. You want financial freedom, you want abundance, but you're feeling lack. You're feeling stress and worry. Those are incoherent. You're sending out mixed signals, you're sending out static, meaning you can only draw back more static, more lack. So this is the only thing keeping you stuck. Resistance, thinking and feeling in the same loop day in and day out, weeks, months, and years on end. Now, I've had conversations with individuals who have been stuck in their current reality, current health, relationship ruts, finances for prolonged periods. And generally, it's like 2+ years. All that is, your current results in life are simply reflecting your state of being, where you've been. So think of it like this. Your current results and outcome, old news. It is an echo of your old state of being, your old frequency. So how do you get these in alignment? How do you let go of resistance, create coherence, and get what you want? That's what we're going to get into, because that's all the mechanics of this is. So here's where I want to start. You understanding your energetic body, and then we're going to get in the quantum field how you connect and match the frequency of your desire in order to manifest it. So think of this as 3 pieces, but this is the most important. So you remember, you emit, so here's your frequency, and based on your state of being, your broadcast, how you're thinking and feeling, is what you broadcast. Think of it like a radio station. So for example, right now, if you're sitting in resistance, you're not getting what you want. You have static, mixed signal, you have the resistance. Let's say you're emitting a frequency of 89.5. That's the current station. That's your current broadcast. So most people are stuck in this state, but trying harder, hustling and grinding and trying to strategize their way out of their frequency, and you're never going to get there. In fact, you're only going to dig a deeper hole, more resistance, because you don't understand the energetics of it. Forget action at this point. It's always energy first, frequency first, and then we take action, but you have to understand these pieces. So remember, if you have cognitive dissonance, if you have incoherence, thinking and feeling one thing, that's why you're going to get mixed signals. Maybe you take 2 steps forward and 2 steps back because it's the emotional state. And the fastest way to break this cycle, to break this loop, is always awareness. You have to become aware of your habitual thoughts and emotions. Pay attention to how you speak. You know, money never comes easy. I never have enough. There's no good men or women out there. I can't get a job. Pay attention to the stories you tell, because you will always live into the story you tell. So as I said, awareness is the first step. Take a step back. Become the observer of yourself. That's the first step to creating change in your life, is awareness. So simply become aware. Okay, I want one thing, but I am creating resistance. I'm feeling lack. I'm more focused on stress, worry, doubt, and fear. So I have to break the cycle. So the next step in this reality creation is becoming in control of your state. So I'm going to share with you what I do each morning. I call it my morning fit, my frequency identity training. Because if you don't have some sort of daily intentional practice, you can only and always default back to autopilot, thinking and feeling the same, because you're not doing anything to break the loop. So in my morning frequency identity training, I'm doing a meditation. Number 1, I'm regulating my nervous system. I'm bringing all of my power and energy and focus to the present moment right now. And then intentionally in my meditation, I am rehearsing and visualizing the reality that I want. I'm installing the frequency and the identity, the energetic state of that end result. I will get more into this, but I'm thinking and feeling. And the next key to this is you don't just have a great morning meditation, you have to maintain and sustain. This is where embodiment comes into play. You have to maintain and sustain this state throughout your day. And that's how people have what seems like overnight success. Before we dive deeper into this, and I share with you the mechanics of reality creation, if you want to fast track where you are and start getting the results you actually want, I provide one-on-one coaching. I invite you to learn more and schedule a call by visiting my website, heatherhakes.com. Link is also down below. This is exactly what I coach my clients through, on how to become version 2.0. But that's the key. What I just shared with you is embodiment. This is not a heady exercise. It's not intellectualizing this information. You actually have to put it into play. So let's slow down and bring this full circle. The first step in reality creation is understanding you are an energetic being. So now let's get into a bit of quantum physics and understanding the quantum field, where all probabilities and possibilities already exist so that you can experience them in your life. So that's first step. You have to understand frequency is everything, and your state of being broadcasts a signal, a frequency, and you can only attract back a like frequency. All right, so let's bring in the quantum field. The quantum field is simply, I like to think of it as a big Excel spreadsheet. Because you know, Excel goes on for infinity. But think about Excel. How do you connect 2 points in the X and Y axis? The 2 points on how you connect with what you want, remember, are thoughts, a clear intention, knowing what you want, and emotional state in alignment. So think of these as elevated emotions. What emotion would you experience if you already had financial freedom and abundance? If you already met and in a relationship with that special someone? If you have the success in business, you'll feel grateful, love, joy, connection, empowered. And you have to be thinking and feeling that now. What most people do is when I have, fill in the blank. So this is conditional living. When I have the money, the success, the opportunity, the new job, then I will feel safe. Then I will feel abundant. Then I will feel free. And that's not how reality creation works. You have to be it now, be, do, have, and then you will experience that possibility. So this is the quantum field where all potentials already exist. You know, there's a saying out there that creation is finished. The fact that you can even imagine something and experience a home, a business idea, whatever that thing that you can imagine means that it is a possibility in the quantum field. And if you can connect to it, if you can embody the frequency of it, you will experience it. So let's look at it like this. All the potentials that you can fathom already exist. They're already out there. And there are infinite possibilities. Think of it like this. There are 8 billion people on this planet, and we don't all want the same thing. And we're not going, except maybe Elon, we're not going to other planets to get resources or the things we need. Everything is already here right now. Because, let's bring in some Hermetic principles. Your mind is the cause of every effect in your life. Think of this reality as a hologram. Your external reality is simply a projection of your state of being. When you truly get this, this is the mechanics. When you truly get this, the game of life becomes a whole lot more fun. So understanding every possibility that you can fathom is right here. It's already a wave of probability. So this is where frequency comes into play. Everything is frequency. These are waves of potential. And based on the observer effect, what you focus on, what you give attention to is what you will experience. So there are waves of probability and possibility of scarcity, of lack, of limitation, of not enough, of being single, of being broke, of being bankrupt. And you can only experience that because, well, that's what you're observing. That's what you're focused on. The good news is the opposite of everything, of all of that, is also a possibility. But how do you experience it? Observing it. You have to focus on it and you have to match the frequency of it. So let's write these steps out. You have to observe. So this is about picking a desire. I also find that many people have no clarity. They don't know what they want in the life. They're just drifting through. Well, if you're just drifting and you're not picking anything, you're going to live by default. So the first step is you have to know what you want. You have to claim it. What do you want? A clear desire. Step number 2, you have to match the frequency. Step number 3, you have to maintain and sustain that identity. All right, so let's get into real world. How does this work? I do this all the time. Once I really understood the mechanics of this, I treat life as a game. I treat it as one big experiment. I am the experimenter of my life because number 1, I detach from the outcome. I'm not worried about the how and the when, and I'm not creating resistance, wobbling, thinking I want it, but then feeling fear and doubt. I treat it as an experiment. I live in excited anticipation, and that's how I manifest my reality. All right, so let's get into real world. How does this come about? And I've done this for all kinds of things. Sports ticket, a very specific Nike pink gym bag. I've done it for vacations, for money, for opportunities, but for whatever reason, this one's coming to mind. So clear intention. I got really clear. I want to go to a Denver Nuggets game for free. That was it. That was my clear intention, which means there is a possibility, a probability in the quantum field of me attending a Denver Nuggets game for free. And then I let go of the how. That's it. I got really clear on what I wanted. I was thinking and feeling, like envisioning myself at the game, it already being done, and then I went about my life. I wasn't trying, I'm not white knuckling, I'm not focused on how could I go about getting it. I simply let go. Within a couple of days, now this is how I love this. I observed the potential that I wanted, a Denver Nuggets game for free. And I maintained that frequency of already having because I let go. And it was within a couple of days, I got a text from a guy that I met 6 months ago, and I hadn't talked to since. Simply said, hey Heather, I'm going to the Denver Nuggets game on Tuesday. I have an extra ticket. Do you want to go? Of course I want to go. And yes, I went to the game. That's how easy things can happen. Can you see how I could not have tried to make that happen? I got clear on what I wanted. I matched the frequency of already being at the game, and it came to me. Now again, I've done this with money, vacations, and more. But that's it. This is the quote formula of reality creation. Understanding you emit the frequency, what you want has a frequency, and you have to match it. Now, the big thing here is you cannot fake it till you make it. That will not work. Your subconscious mind, the 95%, will reject it. So for example, affirming, I am wealthy, I'm financially free. But deep down, because you've had months or years of not enough, of survival mode, of just getting by, the 5% affirming is going against the 95%, creating that resistance, and you're not going to experience it. So you might have to start small. Start with $5 and build the mindset muscle. Build your energetic frequency and broadcast. And then, as Abraham Hicks says, it's as easy manifest $1 as it is $1 million, because it's one formula. It's one practice, and understanding the mechanics, the formula, putting this into play, you can have, be, and do anything you want in this lifetime. So let me summarize this for you so that you can, from now on, today forward, number one, put this into play. I am giving you the cheat code for reality creation so that you can get anything you want. Let's get really clear on these steps so you have a great takeaway. The first step is this. 1, you have to understand that you are an energetic being. So you have to get really clear on your state, which creates your frequency. And based on your state, your thoughts and your emotions, you are emitting what you want or what you don't want. And no matter what, you will always get back like. So understanding your state, your identity, first step. Second step, no matter where you're at, it doesn't matter if you are broke, if you're barely getting by. Who cares? It is an echo. It is old news based on your old frequency and state of being. Get really clear. What do you want? What's the dollar amount? What's the home? What's the lover? What's the success? What experiences do you want to have in this life? Get really clear on what you want. Step number 3, you have to match the desire, the frequency. And you match the frequency by getting clear, but it's really about creating coherence, aka alignment, creating alignment with your state of being, your thoughts and emotions. When you have become the version of you, so let's say it's money, when you have become, through thinking and feeling abundant, then you will experience abundance. When you have become the successful entrepreneur, taking one step at a time, then you will experience clients or money or opportunity. This is what it all comes down to. Don't complicate this. The mind loves to complicate, but let's simplify because it truly is. understand your state, get clear on what you want, match the frequency by maintaining and sustaining throughout your day. Now come back, I would love to hear from you. When you put this into play, what did you experience and how did it come your way? And make sure you subscribe to my channel so you're the first to know when new videos drop. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and I'll catch you on the next one.